Welcome, sis. This is episode 2 of Boy Mama. I have to say that I am so immensely blessed and proud to be a boy mama. Now, many of you may be girl mamas. Many of you may be mamas of both boys and girls. Some of you may have adopted children and get to have both, or maybe girls or boys. And then some of you may be mothers in your hearts and are helping to mother your nieces, your nephews, any of your neighborhood kids. Like, all of these experiences to me create what I would call the experience of mother. I have met some women in my life who I think, because I have 4 kids, 4 boys, who I think look at me, and because I find such joy in being a mom, that I would look down upon them because they chose not to have children. And that is not who I am, and that is not my place at all. I love you whether or not you have chosen to give birth to your own children, or whether you are there to foster the growth and development of those that are around you in your sphere, in your community. Today, I want to touch on my experience as a boy mom. This is how it's worked out for me. I have 4 boys, 15, 13, 11, and 8. And they are joy. They are joy in every single way for me. We do crazy fun things like build couch forts. We build lots of forts. We are sword fighting people. We have lots of Nerf guns and laser tag wars. And we have a lot of fun just being together. We'll swing in the back, and it's fun to see each of them discover their gifts in small ways, like who can jump the highest off the swing. And I know that in my mind, I'm thinking, please don't break an arm. But for them, they are having so fun living their little boy life to the fullest. And I love that about them. Their boy life has become big. But what I want to share with you today is not necessarily about each of them. It's about what I envisioned about becoming a mom, and how my vision is a little different than my reality. Before I was a mom, I had a little bit of a fantasy. In my mind, I thought, oh, I'll probably have a girl or 2. I think because I just am more comfortable with girls. I am one. And I grew up riding horses, and I grew up liking to get dressed up. And I just knew I know how to braid hair. I love doing makeup. I enjoy all of those girly things. But God had a different plan for me, and He sent me 4 amazing boys. And some people will come and ask me, are you going to try for a girl? And at first, I didn't think much of that question. I would just let it go and be like, no, we're not. We're good. We've already tried 4 times, and this is not going to pan out if we didn't already have a girl. We're meant to have these amazing, beautiful, handsome boys. But as I've gotten older and have a little bit of a different perspective, when somebody asks me that, I almost feel as if they are taking away from my boys. As if saying, are you going to have a girl, means that my boys are not enough for me. That if I had a girl, my heart would be more full. And I don't see it that way at all. And so the question, are you going to try for a girl? No, I'm absolutely not. Because I know that God's plan for me was to have these amazing boys. And if He intends for us to have a girl, or intended for us to have a girl, we would have had one. But I don't ever want my boys to feel that they are not enough because they didn't fulfill me. What my goal is in this life as a boy mom is to absolutely raise my boys to be contributors to society in many positive ways, that they can grow with confidence and strength and know that when their time is here, they are ready to step out and into the community and into this big world and to give it all they have and to give it all the goodness they possess so that they can contribute to society and continue to lead and help our world grow in amazing ways. I am also mindful that my boys will each marry an amazing young woman. And I know that you moms out there are raising the generation of girls that my boys will be dating. And so I know that your job is as important as mine is. And it's beautiful in that way. So I encourage you to raise those girls as best you can, because when the time comes, I want my boys to be able to find an amazing spouse that will be their partner in life through the good and the bad, the thick and the thin, that when things get rough, they will be able to weather anything together because they have seen myself and my husband weather through thick and thin. They have seen us come out on top, that we are not defeated, that we can rise, and that we can become all that we're meant to, even though it's not necessarily easy all the time. I also want my boys to be respectful. I want them to be somebody that another would feel safe with at all times. And that means that they aren't necessarily going to be the person that would fit in, because to fit in, you often have to conform. So I have taught my boys that it is okay to stand alone. And I'm grateful for the parents out there that are raising boys with values and morals and vision. It's important. And so, sis, I just want you to know that being a boy mom for me has been amazing. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. And by no means, me not having a girl doesn't mean anything. For me, not having a girl, it means that God's plan for me is exactly the way He intended it to be. And that you amazing moms are raising the girls that my boys will need. And I'm grateful for you. I encourage you to pull up your bootstraps today. I encourage you to make a new memory with your children and your family, with your spouse. I encourage you to laugh out loud. I encourage you to be the very best that you can be, because as we go into the weekend, it's Friday, sis, and we get to rejuvenate and relax and really let go so that when Monday comes, we can step into that week ready for a new week and feeling energized. Sis, you got this.